After nearly a year of speculation in the community, we now have official confirmation that the headmaster of Hogwarts is Phineas Nigellus Black, who is also confirmed to be played by Simon Pegg, who is a fantastic actor, and we even have some new footage of him voicing some lines of Phineas himself. So listen to this.
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better.
And Simon also goes on to tease us with a few more lines. Here we go again.
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the ministry.
And it doesn't stop there though, because Hogwarts Legacy are teasing us even further with more new footage, because we also have a quick cutscene of Phineas in action in-game speaking to us, the character, and Professor Fig. Take another look at this clip.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student.
Now, there's a reason why he's noted as the least popular headmaster Hogwarts has ever had, and I think you're kind of seeing why here with those wonderful people skills. In fact, Hogwarts Legacy on Twitter released a full bio of him, and to give you the full breakdown, I'll read this out for you so you know what to expect when you do meet him in-game. Now, Phineas Nigellus Black, who to this day remains the least popular headmaster Hogwarts has ever known, makes little effort to hide the utter disdain he has for students. He is a cankerous, lazy and vain pureblood with a myopic view of the world and a condescending and unjustifiably superior attitude. Wildly ill-suited to his job, his goal is to do the least amount of work as possible and avoid exposure to the student body, preferring to focus on his status in the wizarding world and his surgically manicured beard. Now, that's not the first time that we've heard about or seen his manicured beard, because he is actually Sirius Black's great-great-grandfather, as well as Narcissa Malfoy, Draco's mother, and Bellatrix Lestrange also being descendants of himself. Now, because he was a Hogwarts headmaster, he also has a portrait that we see in Dumbledore's office in the Order of the Phoenix film, and interestingly, he was the last Slytherin headmaster before Professor Snape took over, so we'll be experiencing Slytherin rule in-game, which I think is quite cool. Now, apart from being the most disengaged headmaster in Hogwarts history, what can we actually expect from him as a character in the game? Well, Simon says that he will be a hindrance and is entirely there to scupper the efforts of the player, that of course being us. Simon also sums up Phineas Nigellus Black by saying this.
I think the students and players will get from Phineas Nigellus Black is don't be like Phineas Nigellus Black.
So there we are, avoid the headmaster at all costs. That will be my game plan. But it doesn't stop there, because Hogwarts Legacy also released some more info about other voice actors in the game. But before I do give you the no-nonsense rundown, if you're enjoying the video so far, please do leave a like down below. It really does help me out on YouTube, so thank you very much. And while you're down there, I'm also running a Hogwarts Legacy game giveaway. You just need to be a subscriber of the channel to enter, and the link is in the pinned comments. So best of luck to you. Now, more big news here, because thanks to Warner Bros, who sent me the Hogwarts Legacy press release, I can now officially confirm that Leslie Nichol will be playing Professor Weasley, who is another person we have long suspected of being this professor since the Autodesk presentation back in August, as well as Chandler Wood, the community manager, mentioning that we may come across a Weasley or two, and that was all the way back in March on a PlayStation blog post, so ages ago. Now, according to this press release, Professor Matilda Weasley is a Gryffindor, of course, and is the deputy headmistress of Hogwarts, who aids the player in catching up with all the other students by giving us the wizarding field guide and then showing us again the Room of Requirement, which we've actually already seen in action from the footage back in the State of Play trailer last year, as you can see here. Now, next up, we've got Candice Kane, who plays Professor Onai, who we saw a quick glimpse of back in the State of Play trailer again last year, and it's now confirmed she will be the divination teacher from Ouagadougou, the largest wizarding school in the world in Africa. It also states in the press release that she is a gifted seer whose faith in her sight was shaken by the fact that she did not foresee the loss of her husband, and because of that incident, she decided to leave those painful memories behind and accept an invitation by Professor Weasley to teach divination at Hogwarts, which also confirms to me that we will be having a divination class of some sort, which hasn't yet officially been confirmed, but we did get a divination tower clip last year teased to us, so I think this is looking even more likely now. But divination aside, we also have the Professor of Astronomy, Professor Satyavati Shah, who is voiced by Som Kapila, and I do apologise if I pronounce any name there incorrectly. She was raised in a muggle world and is devoted to the sciences and tends to talk down to us students in winding and very pretentious aphorisms. And this is a really interesting inclusion into the game because Muggle science isn't really spoken about much in the wizarding world. So I'm really intrigued to see what this is all about and how it's going to be implemented in the game. Next up, we have an absolute corker from the Hogwarts Legacy team, and that's Luke Youngblood, voiced by Everett Clopton, a Ravenclaw and half-blood underachieving rule breaker and prankster. And some of you may recognize Luke as Lee Jordan from the film series, so it's awesome to see him get a look in here in this game. And when I first saw this, I thought, surely this is our Ravenclaw companion, as we haven't officially had one confirmed yet. But then I looked again at this press release and saw another Ravenclaw character called Mahendra Pelwan being played by Asif Ali, who is a Muggle-born and avid rule keeper whose aggressive adherence to the rules and guidelines that even the professors have grown a little bit wary of. So a massive contrast between Ravenclaw students there, which I think is really great to see, keeps things very interesting. But speaking of interesting, we did see Nearly Headless Nick teased in the State of Play trailer back last year, at the beginning of last year I think it was, and of course the Sorting Hat. Well, both of those characters are now being voiced by Jason Anthony, and Warner Bros did go on to say that Sir Nick may be the key to helping the Gryffindor player find answers that are crucial to solving a significant mystery if they are willing to do him one small favour involving a bit of rotten roast beef. Now in the books in 1992, Sir Nick has his 500th Death Day party where they serve rotten food so the ghost can get a slight taste or smell of the flavour of the food. So perhaps we experience Sir Nick's 400th Death Day party in-game because we know it takes place around or during that time period. Now, as for the other character voices, we have Sebastian Croft, who's playing the male voice of our character, and Amelia Gething, who's playing the female voice of our character, which can also be highly customized in the character creation settings teased in the gameplay showcase before Christmas. An interesting fact, by the way, Sebastian famously played a young Eddard Stark in Game of Thrones. I almost didn't recognize him there. He's grown up quite a lot, but good to see him get a look in here in this game as well. Now, if you want to know what all the game achievements and trophies are in this upcoming Hogwarts Legacy game, which gives us a lot of interesting info to discuss, let me tell you that. Do click the video on your screen right now, and I'll see you there in just a second. And a big thanks to all of you reloaders who support me via channel memberships. You guys are absolutely great. I really appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to bringing you more Hogwarts Legacy content very, very soon. Butterbeer is, of course, on me.